Yeah, absolutely delighted. I mean, to say we're at a final again, 4 years on from Wembley, obviously 3 years on when it was, but incredible scenes. And for Ole Watkins to come off the bench and get that goal was incredible. I've sat here every morning after our England games, and we've talked about impact, talked about substitutions coming on, and I think they've done that in every game, none more so than what Ole Watkins did last night. So absolutely delighted and bring on Sunday. And it's going to be the biggest test we've had, of course. It is. I mean, Spain are the team that have been the best team in the tournament so far. But we've got one more big hurdle, and I believe we can do it. I really, really do.
And got the result last night. There has been a bit of criticism about their performances so far. What did you make of the performance last night, though?
I thought the first half we were very good, as well as we've played in this tournament. I thought Phil Foden was top draw. We've been waiting on that, and I think this is something that's been a positive for England and the players. That Gareth Southgate has showed the faith in these players, and Saka it was against Switzerland when he stepped up to the plate. Bellingham, we've seen it when we maybe haven't been playing to the best. Harry Kane gets his penalty last night, and we've talked about the substitution. So what Gareth is doing at this moment in time is right. He's making the right substitutions, and they're coming good. And it's positive. I mean, the penalties against the Netherlands against Switzerland was magnificent. And Gareth's emotion last night, rightly so. He's took this group of players to another final, and credit to him, but he's got one more big hurdle to come.
And Michael, give us a little bit of insight from a player's perspective. How are these guys going to be feeling today, do you think? What will the mood be in the camp?
I'll be absolutely buzzing, of course it will, when you win any football match. But to win a semi-final and get to another final on this group of players, and they will have been hurting after the group stages. Yes, the top of the group, which we all expected, but they weren't performing to the levels that certainly I expected, and probably the players in camp, and they got criticised. I mean, I was surprised when Gareth came out and spoke about it. You heard players coming out and speaking about it. But these group of players have brought the expectation on themselves. And that's credit to them, because of the 3 previous tournaments we've had before under Gareth. They've done brilliant. And we all expected going into this tournament we could win it. And we weren't playing to the levels that certainly I expected. But they turned up last night, performed, and once again going behind, they showed the courage and desire. And we got a little bit fortunate with a penalty, but Harry Kane puts it away beautifully, and then Ole Watkins, substitutions people probably calling for earlier. I think he got them completely right. You look at Luke Shaw coming on at half time; he was crying out for him down that left hand side to come on. But Gareth's in camp; he knows what the players can do. He knows the minutes they can play. And I was on here after the Switzerland game thinking, would Shaw start from the beginning? He didn't start him because he knows the game time that he can play, and brought him on at half time. If it had gone to extra time, I'm sure he could have managed that as well. So it's all about managing plays and doing it right. And Gareth's certainly getting it completely right at this moment in time.
Yeah, and lots of people, certainly in the groups that I was talking to when Ole Watkins was coming on, people were talking about just needing this moment of magic and kind of saying that he could be the man to provide it. How pleased are you for Watkins? And particularly when you've seen his reaction afterwards and the way that he's been talking.
Yeah, I mean, any player that goes, and we've looked at our starting lineup. It's been pretty similar all the way through the tournament. So your impact players, your substitutions, when you're called upon, can you take it? And these players that haven't been playing regularly will have been frustrated. You're away for a live period, you're thinking, give me an opportunity. Ole Watkins came on last night and certainly grabbed it with both hands. I mean, what a finish! I mean, when Palmer takes it in and Ole Watkins takes his first touch away from goal, I'm thinking it's such a hard angle for him to shoot and score. It goes through De Vrij's legs, and then Verbruggen has no chance down to his right hand side. It was a tremendous finish. It was the only place it could go. But that's the kind of finish that we see Ole Watkins for Aston Villa. And he got his chance, he got his goal, and rightly so. He's a national hero this morning.
Yeah, you touched on it a little bit with the penalty. Putting your defender hat on, should the penalty have been given?
Well, if that had been given against me, I wouldn't have been happy. I mean, look, when I was watching it, I saw Dumfries catch him. I thought, oh, that's a nasty challenge. As soon as you put your foot up, well, then you're talking about a defender just letting a striker have a shot. And if the referee did give it straight away, no problem. Was it a clear and obvious decision? In my opinion, probably not. But I won't complain, that's for sure, because it was about time we had a little bit of fortune.
Yeah, and I mean, clearly, lots of people very happy today. Given the slow start to the tournament for England, are you a bit surprised that they have actually made it this far and they've made it to the final?
No, I'm not surprised. Not surprised in the slightest. I think this group of players, I expected them to get to the latter stages and get to a final because, I mean, look, I don't see many squads better than ours. Defensively was a question mark for me going into the tournament. They've answered that. Matt Gay's been absolutely brilliant, and rightly so. He brought back into the team last night. With Kieran Trippier has never let England down, and now Luke Shaw's fit. Kyle Walker, the quickest person out there, and John Stones he's got that experience. So brilliant from there. It's just in the final third when we've come up against a low block, we struggled. And I think that playing the Dutch last night, it certainly suited us. End-to-end football, a little bit more spaces. They broke. We could then attack, and I think we've sort of fallen into a formation that suits us, and that was matching the Swiss up. With Matt Gay being out injured, but we all thought Saka would go and play left wing back. He's played right wing back, but it just gives us a chance to get up the field, close, and we've seen Phil Foden in his preferred position in a central role. And I thought last night he was absolutely brilliant. I was delighted for him, and this is what it goes back to Gareth sticking with his team that he set out from the start. Because if you chop and change a player when he probably doesn't play to the level that we all know they can, and then the next player comes, he doesn't come in. So you're chopping and changing all the time. It's about having continuity. And I think that's what this England team has got at the moment. And the subs are coming in and having a major impact.
And looking ahead to the final, Spain will have had an extra day's rest before the final. How key do you think that could be? How important a factor do you think that could be?
Well, it could have. But look, going into a final, they'll wake up this morning, they'll do the recovery, they'll be absolutely buzzing, they'll feel $1 million, and rightly so. I mean, look at the attack of Spain. I mean, Yamal, 16 years old, Williams on the opposite side, Rodri in the middle of the park. I mean, Spain are the team that have played the best football all the way through from start to the final. So we're going to have to be at our best. I really believe that. But on our day, I don't think we've got anyone to fear, because if we play like we played in the first half and improve a little bit, I mean, the players we've got. Bellingham, I don't think we've seen the best of him, but he comes up with magic at big moments in the game. The Slovakia game, we're nearly on the plane home, and that little bit of magic he has. And when you're world class and you've got players in our team like Harry Kane, like Foden, like Bellingham, like Saka, you can win any football match.
And Michael, give us a little bit of insight. Have you decided how or where you'll be watching it on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be actually away with my family, and I'm sure there'll be an awful lot of people watching the football. I'm excited as anyone. The whole nation will be watching this. We all believe, but we always believe. I believe they can win this. I honestly do. I think that what Gareth has done, and he's had his critics. I'm not too sure how, after what he's done for this England team and 3 previous tournaments. He's had a quarter-final, semi-final, and a final, and now we're in another final. It's remarkable what he's done, but when you're an England manager, people this time of year, everyone thinks of England managers, don't they? So credit to him, credit to this team, one more big hurdle.
And Michael, we know that the guys like to keep up with Sky Sports News out there in Germany. What is your message to Gareth Southgate and the England players?
Same as any other English person. Good luck, keep believing, keep doing what you've done. As I say, since Gareth has been in charge, I've always been a huge fan. Always, what he's done to that group of players, he's made a club mentality. When people think they're against them, no one's against them. Everyone wants England to win this competition. Well, if you're English, of course, that's for sure. But this group of players, they should be proud of what they've achieved, and they can come back legends if they can bring that trophy with them on Sunday night.